going?
And we're back in a unusually scheduled time because not usually here on this week.
We make the most of it.
Yep. Alrighty. So, who would like to recap?
We
I
got to the
asked
city?
sarcastically.
I don't know. Anybody else?
I can vaguely, but
We got to Port Villard properly. Lady Cecilia has her first council session in about 2 weeks, and she's going to be gathering troops and moving things around in the meantime. In the meantime, L'Oreal is going to the Solari Arcanum with us for the sake of messages being set. There is no Ashgang in this town, but talk of pirates, other problems, whatever. Learned a few things about each other. Met the safe house staff at the Solari Arcanum, I think. The headquarters for artifact recovery. They could use their help retrieving some things. Learn a few other things. There's an old Valiant castle in the area of New Haven that Killian's interested in. Bastion made Killian a friendship knife. That's what the note was about knife in the chat. Lana learned a thing about Killian's past life. And some about one of his family going to quote-unquote the other side and coming back with a quote-unquote souvenir. Nemia, little bit confusing and vague, but spawn of a devil, a deal was made, still has parents, but then got given up to Petro. Anyhow, we had an interesting evening of it, with Bastion trying to get friendship advice from Nessa, which, oh god, oh man.
only good things.
It's gonna be fun seeing that applied, because Bastion is not Nessa, Killian is not Evander. That advice was very specific to certain characteristics. Anyway, the next day there's going to be some friendly competitions at Wide Green and Storm Hill, wherever those are. So we're going to go and check those out and see how long they remain friendly.
Yeah, I'm. My money's on, and I'm gonna make it there. But
As long as we walk with intent.
Yeah. No, I meant before the competition became unfriendly. But yeah.
What do you mean before? It was always unfriendly.
That's. Yep. There you go. Okay. Alrighty. So. Last note in the chat was knife, so I guess we'll pick up with that if you would like to.
Oh yeah. Okay. So. Where's everyone currently situated? Are we
I believe-
walking?
Yeah, I believe you guys were just heading out to walk there.
Okay. In that case,
They might be making an intentional distance from Bastion.
thank you, because I genuinely forgot my character's name for a second. I was really close to calling him. I was really close to calling him Kane. Bastion's just kind of make it obvious that he's trying to have a conversation with
You can do it, buddy. We believe in you.
I'm literally having to open up the fucking tab. Give me a second. With Killian, I need to start with the cuss sound. Knife, and he's going to.
If he's walking closer,
Basically.
Killian's just gonna speed up a bit.
Bastion will speed up, but he knows he can't outpace you. He's just gonna try to catch up to be like, "Hey, Killian, you got a second?"
He pauses and just not looking at you, just. What is it?
Bastion kind of walks through with a big smile on his face, like.
L'Oreal
Hey,
kind of grabs onto the arm of Lena and is like, ooh, watch.
Oh, I'm watching. This should be good. This should be hilarious. Who do you think
Completely
is-
different motivations.
Who do you think is going to swing first?
No.
My
It'll
money's
be
on Killian.
fine, probably.
And Bastion's just gonna walk up like, "Okay, so I felt. So I've been doing some not quite praying, but discussion with those who I get advice from, and
Aren't you special?
well, in some ways, like to think I am, yeah. And I wanted to make a present of peace, but I figured a present of peace wasn't exactly your speed, so I made as close to a present of peace as I think we could agree on. And he's gonna pull this sheath knife out of his pocket.
There's like a jump, like you're pulling a knife on me kind of
Yep.
motion.
And he's like watching, like shield ready on the arm, just in case you do something. But he pulls out the knife, like still sheathed.
like the
Unbu-
sword like is
unbuckles off the
halfway
belt.
out of his sheath, and he's just like glancing.
Yep. And he hands it to you like a handle first, and just goes. Again, this is my sign of. Let's stop fighting actively, at least. I made it with hopes that while it may not be your most utilitarian knife, it is sharp, it is strong, and the design is simple enough that it won't get in the way of using it.
Yeah, you can describe it if you'd like.
So it's relatively. The blade itself is relatively simple, but in the sheath, it's a simple leather, wood, and steel sheath, just enough to cover the blade. Single-bladed, heavy, almost like kind of heavy as a short sword almost. What most people would call a sea axe.
Short machete.
Sax.
Kind of, yeah, either like a sax or a sea axe, yeah. And the
Saxophone.
hilt, SAXE.
Hang
Okay.
No,
Um, I've seen it spelled a lot of different ways, Ariel. I'm gonna be honest.
oh, okay. I've only ever seen it spelled one way, and it's that.
I've seen it spelled like that, and I've also seen it separated like that.
Wait, what the hell? That's a... what?
It's yeah. Regardless, kind of the way that a hatchet is multi-purpose, a sax is meant to be multi-purpose. That was where the etymology came from. Anyways, he kind of hands it to him. It's got like a almost like the Witcher style wolf, on the cross piece, but no actual cross guard, just like the heavy set that the blade slips into. And otherwise, leather, steel, and wood.
Well crafted.
He looks at it, and he's kind of like looking at Bashenkov, like trying to judge motive here.
Make an insight check, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
21.
I mean,
What do I have to roll for honesty?
no, you can clearly tell he is genuinely offering a gift of peace. And I can't speak for Killian, but it is a very nice weapon.
It's at least well made.
Yes.
This is weird. You're weird. Stop being weird. And he grabs the knife.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm just trying to do my best for us to have a peaceful, communicative relationship.
After the other day, yeah, all right.
If you're willing to have peace, I am.
You just kind of like it gives like a half glance back and just like, I don't think you quite get it. This isn't a war.
I don't want it to be a war. I'd like this to just be two people working together.
Whatever helps you sleep. Just don't worry. I won't be there to slit your throat while you're doing it.
I appreciate that, but if you are going to at least use my knife, it's kind of like symbolic that way.
he gets this like half turn. Is like, if I was killing you, why would I give a damn about what you want?
It was meant to be a joke.
Yeah, all right. He turns and keeps walking.
Bastion's gonna like fall back to give me a second.
The add her to the party
L'Oreal.
temporarily.
Gonna like fall back to L'Oreal, like I'm trying.
It was. You didn't fight. I would say that's a win.
I feel like arming him is a sign of trust.
It'll take some time. Don't worry.
In that case, I will be relentless with my kindness. And you can like see the pain in his face as he says this.
L'Oreal kind of is like, just okay.
just kind of looks at Lena too and like enjoy it at least. I feel like it's fun to watch me blunder.
You didn't get punched in the face, so I guess that's a success for your part.
Yeah, didn't start another fight, and you could say we could cut the tension with a knife.
Anyways,
For a second,
as-
Lena's expression looks like she's about to punch you in the face. For a second.
Understandable.
my,
as you
She
all
controls herself.
my brain now
I mean-
completed to it looks like she's about to throw up.
Lena, at least if we happen to need other party members after these two kill each other, we can use this as a very educational guideline of what not to pick.
I'm gonna roll for how hurt Bastion is by that.
And
Nah.
it's clearly mocking. Just...
Yeah, I know. That's why he's gonna roll for it.
Also, how quiet
What
is
do you
this?
mean not to pick? They're kind of
I
fun, actually.
Bastion was being quiet. I don't know about everyone else.
Yeah, no, Nemia specifically. How loud was Nemia saying that?
Oh no, laughing obviously, like cheerfully.
Potentially audible to Killian is my question.
Oh, weren't you separated?
Yeah, he
Like a
yeah,
bit
he-
afar?
yeah, like
Yeah, not that low.
like 5-10 feet away, but
yeah.
Yeah, no, you'll probably are not in the mood for this.
just a glance over, talking shit.
Always.
And like the other time, always, yeah.
Bastion goes like, I wouldn't dream of it.
As you all continue your walk through the town, it's it's a warm day, early in the harvest. Heat of summer kind of lingers in the air, but fresh ocean breeze rushes through the city. You see the banners and decorations scattered amongst the buildings, flutter in the breeze. The something you may not have caught on to your first walk through town was it is decorated. It appears they are also celebrating some form of celebration for the coming of the harvest. You make your way all the way over to the wide green. As you come on, let me click. You're not letting me click. Why aren't you letting me click? Whoa, it's tripping out.
Oh.
Let me refresh that real quick.
Technical difficulties.
Yep. The first thing that hits you before seeing the wide green is as it's approaching. First thing that hits you is this delicious smell. It's the smell of like smoked and cooking meats, and also like sweet baked goods kind of floating through the air.
That's the sound of Killian. He's hungry.
Yeah, you round your way into the wide green. There we go. Right as you approach that one corner of it, you see before you is this large green field, and set up on top of it are stalls and tents and decorations, and there's this large festival going on.
Nice.
Yes. Looking around, you see people trading goods, buying, serving meals, and there's also what looks like to be like the setup of certain competitions. You see actually a couple stalls with horses being like groomed, and you see the pathway around the wide green has kind of been set up as this like makeshift racetrack. You see a lot of people kind of like mock wrestling. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, that's in the general vicinity of this corner of where you are. That's what you see.
Are there wrestling dogs somewhere? 'Cause
There's the dog races.
Yeah, right. There's no dog races. L'Oreal kind of chimes in. She's like, "I've always loved this festival. Did you know it's celebrated all over the world, yet no two places celebrate it the same? Um, Port Villard is kind of central to so many different cultures and places. You can always find a wide, odd mix of things here. And what some of you might notice is a lot of old Valian customs. And she kind of is like, "Well, let's go enjoy the day."
Hey, do you know if that race is open or you have to bring your own horse?
Um, I'm. People usually bring their own horse, but you might find
Fair.
people that are uh, looking for riders.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll pass as one.
She's gonna just kick him sharply, like in the side of the leg, and then just keep going.
Yep. If you guys want to take place in some of the games,
Yeah,
please
so-
do.
How close to sumo is there?
Oh,
So
Because Bastion wants to do some sumo.
Hello?
So the wrestling that they do is more like the traditional old Valiant wrestling, where it's simply getting someone onto the ground. Once they're on the ground, they've lost.
Am I audible?
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. There's
grappling.
no there's no grappling on the ground and tapping out. Is once they're knocked off their feet onto the ground, that's it.
Hello?
Is there a ring, or is it like allowed to move as far as you would like?
There's not a specific ring, but obviously you're not going to run around in circles all over the place.
Is there anything even close to like get someone out of this, or like a tug of war or something like that?
There is, and I'm gonna butcher this because I don't know how to say it. Oh shit, where is it in my
Real quick,
notes?
am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, I had to bear back for a second. Gillian will try his best to avoid the kick, by the way.
Okay. I mean, do you want to make this a contested roll? I will.
I'm just
I
curious.
don't.
Just see if he
She
hits his
doesn't really
AC.
care. She doesn't really care, but here you go, 15.
Yep, just barely.
Okay,
You skim his shin.
that's all she's really after.
There are people practicing Tagahonk,
How's this
which
spelled?
is Toga Honk is how it's spelled.
Honk.
Oh, Greek wrestling.
No.
No?
No, it's an old Viking tug of war, 1-on-1.
Oh, Bastion's walking right up to that.
Hold on.
Gonna kill a man.
Yeah,
Like-
Lena's heading towards that
Killian's
too.
heading towards that.
Yeah, so,
Immediately.
and then that's most of the athletic events, like actual like widespread athletic events, are taking place on the Storm Hill. So you can make your way over in that direction. As you're heading over there, you also notice there is people practicing stone lifting.
Oh
You know,
shit.
there's stone lifts of varying sizes. You see, there's also looks to be like people warming up to run. They're actually going to run the wide green, like the outside, as well. So there's horse racing, tug of war, stone lifting,
Killian is doing stretches already.
wrestling. You see towards the outskirts there is an archery contest, and they're actually shooting out to targets that are in the water.
Ooh.
And
That's actually pretty smart.
you do see signs for an eating contest.
Damn. Fucking where to
Okay.
start?
Okay, so what's
Not
the timing?
Do
for
not
the tug
start
of
with
war?
the eating contest.
Yes.
Yeah, do not.
So what's
Eating
the timing for the tug of war, the rocks, and the eating contest?
So there's no specific timings. It's more of like everyone's gathered over at Storm Hill and like doing their things. But the eating eating contest is specifically at 2, little like a late lunch.
Is the foot race that you said that was kind of like gearing up right now?
Yeah, people are like stretching and like just general warming up. It looks like it's going to take place pretty soon. Looks like before the horse races.
Bastion's gonna walk over to the rocks.
Yep, you see a bunch of strongmen just like practicing lifting rocks. Looks like none of them are really exerting themselves too hard until the actual event.
He'll just like once he gets over there, he'll start testing out like, okay, like is this something he's reasonably able to do?
So there are there are like 5 standard rocks sizes, and the biggest one of the standard 5 doesn't look, too bad. Looks like you could probably lift it.
Kind of walk up, just like spit in his hands, and just let's just try the biggest of the 5.
Okay, so you try the biggest one. So it's 30 times strength, right?
I
If I'm correct, to lift
believe
objects.
so.
So
Believe so, but let me check. I also don't know how that interacts with giant strength.
yeah. Yeah, I suspect it's not either, but I don't know.
Because my understanding of similar abilities, like the horse one,
Mhm.
or not the horse one, like the mount one, is that it doubles the amount you can before you
Yeah.
can like you're encumbered, kind of like the furbolgs have.
I'm probably gonna go with that, but that might give you a ridiculous. Anyway,
Lifting and carrying.
whatever.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Can
Pretty
lift
sure.
30 times your strength score.
So you get the largest one, and it's got a good heft to it. It's about 186 kilograms, which is about 410 pounds. But that is within your range, so you're actually able to lift it up. Good, it's got a good weight to it, but you picked it up. A lot of probably the people on the smaller side that are crowded around see you lift it up, and they're like, "God damn it!" They're already disheartened.
Okay, how capable is he of throwing it onto one shoulder as opposed to both hands?
That might be a check.
Nice.
Well,
He's gonna try either way.
I would give it an athletics check. Yeah, give me a check.
Oh
Oh,
no!
no.
no!
It's still an 8. It's still an 8.
You
I
drop
assume
it.
it's too late to guide. Okay.
You go to throw it on your shoulder, and like it goes over your back, and like you drop it onto the ground, and you're like,
On the
"Ooh."
foot.
No, it's behind him,
Darn.
but it makes a sizable thud in the ground behind him.
Yeah, but he kind of looks at it and it's like, oh, that's why they chalk their hands, not spit in it. Got it.
But you were holding it reasonably well.
Good to know.
All right, so what do y'all want to do?
Len is
Loyal's
heading
kind of-
straight towards the tug of war.
Okay, yeah, you find a handful of people kind of doing some practice runs.
If Killian sees Lena going that direction, he's going that direction.
Okay.
Oh no, it's personal.
You both walk up to this group of people practicing.
Hmm.
And then, like,
I
you
might
see-
consider it.
Do it.
Oh no, tug of war? No.
Yes, do it.
I like the other one.
Let's get Nordic.
Yeah, I'll do it.
do
I don't
it,
think-
do it.
I just want the situation where he beats them.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
so
Fine
they've got so they have like a sign up booth to compete in, like, you actually ante up some money, and like the winners, like the top 3 winners, actually win some prize money back.
Oh shit. Oh, in that case,
Or-
Bastion's going over there too.
tournament
Or-
style.
Yeah, most of these events are like that.
Okay.
But there are people there that are just doing it just to, for the sake of sport and whatnot.
If they're like in liner, I think Killian might just go over. You think you got a chance?
I'm not sure I'm gonna take part in the tournament part. My eyes more on the. I'll see how long it takes. Basically, Eric, if it's tournament and timed and everything, Lena's still a little more interested in the horse racing because I assume that proficiency with land vehicles would
Mhm.
help with that.
I would say Lena's capable with horses.
So she's actually a little more interested in seeing if there's like somebody with a horse but with no like rider that she'd be able to run for.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
if the tug of war tournament overlaps in time with the horse race, she will prioritize the horse race.
Yes, and given that the type of people competing in these events are not the same, they
Mhm.
are at similar times.
All right.
Thank
So she's gonna like bring that up and say, "You go ahead and enter this one, but I don't mind
Okay.
doing some warm up runs with you if you."
Look, yeah, we
need it.
both know why we're here. I'm
For
looking at the
fun.
foot race too. Yeah, for fun.
Oh, I'm not going for the foot race. I'm going for the horse
I'm
race.
saying I'm not going to be sitting in the tournament either, so
Ah, all right.
quick little, for fun.
For fun.
Though if you do want to ante up, I mean,
She checks in her coin pouch. There is a sad little tiny jingle.
You do notice that some people are doing one-on-one bets with people.
Mhm.
You don't strictly have to.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not betting on the tournament. I'm betting on like if it's Killian versus Lena.
Can Bastion walk up to this and just put 1 silver in Lena's hand? Like, I bet you win.
Yeah, you hold on to that and she'll push it back. Right. I can really only spare a little. I'm not in money bags like you.
Killian will pull out like 3 copper between his fingers, like, you can do this then, right?
I'd have to break a silver to do it, but yeah, she could.
Do we have just like entire silvers, or do we have reasonable change?
Bastion has 30 copper. He can make change if he needed.
Just for the sake of not tearing our hair out with this.
You probably could have. Yeah, just everyone can exchange a silver for 100 copper, just because
Oh,
it'd
right,
be
it's
more
100.
reasonable. Yeah.
In this universe, if you snap a silver in half, it turns into 100 copper.
Oh, I'm still implementing that.
Mhm.
Oh, in the modern campaign, I'm enchanting every coin of that. That's brilliant.
So yeah, you could easily have the loose copper. It would make more sense to have the copper than the silver, as silver is more valuable.
So
Alright.
Killian's got 3 copper between his fingers.
As a
All right,
symbolic
sure.
gesture. Yeah. Yeah, you wait for a rope to become free, and no one seems to claim it for a little bit. So there is a spot free for you to settle your score.
Yep. Lena sits down at one end of the rope, tosses her 3 copper in the center,
Killian will do the same.
take up
Bastion's-
the end of the rope, and
Bastion's gonna walk up to Nemea and just be like, 2 copper on Lena.
I'll take the 2 copper, turn around and say, okay, we got 2 copper on the lady here. And-
Yes! Oh no!
oh,
Yes!
my God!
And I'll become a bookie if possible.
Yes. Bastion starts like doing whatever he can to support this. Like, come here for the witnessing of strength. He's like the big lungs he's got trying to help us out.
You're trying to get just passerbys to take a bet on this.
Christ.
Yeah, I'll take
Ooh,
a mustache from my disguise kit and
okay.
do the whole bookie.
So what's the going bet right now? What did you say? I kind of missed like the first part
Bastion
of it.
put 2 copper on Lena.
2 copper.
On Lena. Okay. You actually see one of the other people that was, just taking practice rounds. Say, I'll take that bet because, looking at Lena and looking at Killian, there's clearly a size difference here.
Yep.
Yeah, so some random guy in the crowd will take the bet.
In the meantime, Lena's leaning forward slightly and says, "This is going to be a fair match. None of your tricks with that wolf pelt."
And he will undo it and just kind of like set it beside him.
Okay. So, Let me get my other notebook on how to play these games.
Yep, and he just says, for what it's worth, that thing only helps for killing.
Okay, so I guess we'll have whoever would like to do the 1, 2, 3 and release to have them start.
So, question: is it like a single check, or are we doing multiple here?
It is going to be
Okay.
You could have for me. It's going to be a.
best of 3.
All right.
Yep, this is just raw athletics, isn't it?
Yep, just athletics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, you might have this. I think your athletics strength score might be higher. I don't know.
We'll find out.
Yep.
All right. So, you guys get squared away. They give the 3, 2, 1 and pull, and you guys can give me your athletic scores. You both immediately
Oh
start
my
piling-
god!
Ooh, okay.
Really
Killian,
good bet.
you are not.
Face down in the mat in the middle now.
Yeah, you are
Ooh.
not ready for the massive amount of pull when a pull gives to this string, and she immediately you lurch forward. Give me your second pulls, guys.
He's mad.
Hey, that's cheat. Another nat 20.
Holy.
Oh.
Okay.
That is exactly what she was referring to about
Uh.
cheating, and I just got 2.
Yeah, and you rage and go to pull back, but she already has you too far forward, and with all your might, and she just topple forward, and she wins.
Fucking 220s.
I know.
Killing.
That
You
is
can't catch a
ridiculous.
break with these fucking crits, man.
That was ridiculous.
The guy in the crowd is like, no way, you totally. You see him get this look on his face. You hustled me. There's no way that she could have won.
I didn't hustle
mean-
anything. I just have a lot more belief in good footing than pure muscle.
And he's like, whatever, and he's storms away all angry.
Wonder if he's in the rock lifting competition later.
Okay.
Lena's scooping up the copper in the middle.
Yep.
You have turned your 3 copper into 6 copper.
Good.
L'Oreal's there like, that was fun, right?
Good sitting there for a
That
second.
was fun.
Dude can't catch a break. He
You
gets
really
up.
can't.
Hey, you okay? Didn't break your ego when you fell on it, did you?
Oh.
She's waiting for a punch.
He kind of turns back. There's other competitions, right?
Oh yeah. Seeing as you couldn't beat me in this one. She gets up, dusts herself off. Let's see what else is out there.
I'm gonna let you know. Things are stacking up. That's just all I'm saying.
Yeah, in my favor. She saunters off.
He nods and walks off.
Okay. Yeah. So, in your immediate area, you're at the Storm Hill. There's people doing the stone lifting, and wrestling is also taking place here. During all this commotion, you see that the race has started. Not the horse race, but the actual race. And it's 2 laps around the wide green, which is a little over a 5K. So it doesn't take too long to run the event. And you see people cheering on from the sides as people pass around. So what are you guys interested in now?
I think I could go for the archery.
Go for it.
So right at the corner of Wide Green and Storm Hill, they have this archery kind of stand. It kind of looks like the like the what's that term? The gallows? Yeah, where they would hang people, but like they've taken off the part where you actually hang the person, and it's kind of overlooking the water, and you see kind of archery goals, targets floating at various distances in the water, and there's the farthest target is actually a boat, but it's a good distance off.
How far?
So where is it? Oh, my bad. I did not write down distances. So I would say there's probably targets at about 100 feet, 150 feet, 200 feet, and 250 feet.
Yeah, I'll do it. It's how's the dynamic? Couple of shots, one shot.
So it's everyone takes a shot on all the targets, and you add up your points from each shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Take a look at my wallet. Is there a cost to it?
You could, they do have general matches, so they run like 5 people at a time. Everyone put, it's only 2 coppers to join, keeping the bet small. And this isn't like
Okay.
some grand tournament. It's just like people. It's almost a carnival game.
Right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Mhm.
Then I'll put my 2 coppers in and take 2 more and say anyone interested in an inside wage.
None of the people here currently are very professional.
Oh,
There's-
speaking to the rest of the group. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought we had gone off kind of on our own thing.
That's up to you guys.
Oh, I followed you on to the.
Killian
that
might be
match.
wandering a bit if you want to have like gone after him. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah, he's just kind of like absentmindedly walking at this point. Not really.
Yeah, so yeah, you find him wandering the Storm Hill. You're in close proximity to the archery, so you're able to kind of ask him.
Want to make your money back?
It's like it's like a pointed glance, and it's like, what do you have in mind?
Well, there is archery over there, and what could a skinny little bard know about it?
I think a skinny little bard knows plenty well about underselling.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie about you. I do know all about strings, but sort of 6 and in more of a nut curb way.
He kind of like gets. He might have been saying he just kind of like gets up and kind of looks down at him and just like, look, Scald's got every trick in the book. I get it. No matter what you tell me, I'm going to just go under the assumption that you're the reincarnation of an elf god or something.
Well, not exactly an elf god. More could have been like tiefling demon, but close enough.
Whatever, I'll give it a try.
Yeah, so if he's going to join the competition with you, he has to put up his 2 copper for the to be one of the 5.
Yep,
But
he'll put 2 up.
okay, so no side bet, but just you 2 are both in there, kind of competing against each other, but with the 3 others.
Sure.
Okay, so they get everyone set up. They have bows at the ready. Neither of you are particularly like skilled with the bow. You can obviously use it.
Yep.
It's
Well,
not.
Does Nemi have proficiency?
Oh, I did not think about that.
Weapons, simple weapons, short sword. Oh, I thought I had.
So it is a short bow. I
think
don't know if
that-
that's a simple weapon.
I think that might be a simple ranged weapon. Let me look.
Nope. Short board. Short. Yeah. Never mind.
It is simple, yeah.
So yeah, you could use it. I mean, it makes sense. They're trying to sell this as a game anyone can do. So
Yeah.
they're not going to give everyone longbows.
So you roll regular out to a range of 80, and then disadvantage after that.
Yep, that's how they get you.
Okay. How do we do this?
So, you're just going to give me what would be an attack plus dex. So, a d20 plus dex, sorry.
Plus proficiency,
Plus proficiency, yes, my bad.
because you both have that.
I'm just gonna add a +2 to my dex roll.
Okay.
So first one just normal.
Yeah, sorry. So, I know I said I didn't write down the distances. That was my bad. So, the first, it would have started at 50 feet. And then 100 feet. So, the first one is normal, but the rest of them will not be.
Ooh.
So that's
Perfect.
18 for Killian.
Okay, so you both you both actually hit the center of the target,
Oh,
and so you're both awarded 5 points.
Yeah, what could a puny little bard know when he glances over? You're full of shit.
it's 50 feet. Come on. And I'll point at the kid that's probably next to us. He did it.
So two of the people that were with you hit the kind of like outer circles of the board, so they both got 2 points, and one person got just shy of the center and got 3 points. Okay, later, all right? We'll cut it later, okay? Okay, go eat dinner with mama. Thank you.
Tiny child.
That was the kid who was shooting the bow.
That what? That's shooting the bow. Bye-bye.
There's a dad there with his kid.
So yeah, so current score stands 2-2, 5-5, and 3.
Excellent.
All right, so then they get set up to launch the second one. So this one is just outside of shooting range. So it is, or just outside of short range. So this would be at disadvantage.
Okay, let's see. Let you go first so that we don't mix the rolls.
8.
First, second, pretty standard.
Okay, so 8 points hits the board. So, Killian, your shot's a little off, but you do get 1 point for hitting the board. Nemia, you got a 14. You got a 14, which is just shy of the center, but you do hit the inner circle and you get 3 points.
Hey.
The two people that were hit the outer ring before completely whiff, and the one that got the 3 points before, he hits the outer ring on this one and gets 2 points. This guy is like late teens, early adults, and it looks like he's practicing really really hard at this, and he's really hard on himself for every shot. And he sees you guys hitting these targets. He gets really depressed at Nemia, but sees that he does a little bit better than you, Killian, and is very excited.
This kid's fucking dead. No. Is there one more shot or?
There are 2 more shots.
All right.
So this one's at 150 feet.
Still disadvantage.
I believe so. Yeah.
Same as last. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
Let's see. 13, 16, 13.
So 13. This one. 13. Where are we?
It's like a linear regression.
Yeah, your shots are getting worse. So the 13 the 13 hits the board.
It'd be nice to roll above like an 8, just personally. I'm saying.
Yeah. 13 hits the board for a point. Killian's shot is a 6, does not land. The first 2 guys also whiff, and they've pretty much given up at this point, as they can't come anywhere close to catching up. The determined kid next to you also whiffs. So, um, yeah, the current score is Killian with Nemia with 9, and this kid with 5. And there's one more target, and that's to try and hit the boat at 200 feet.
All right.
To hit the what? At
The
the
boat.
boat.
Yeah.
I heard a bow, and I was like, okay, that's that's a bit too much.
Okay. So, one more roll.
One more roll.
13.
13. Okay.
Oh, to roll both at once. So that would look like this plus
Plus
5?
2d20, drop highest one.
There you go. 10.
Ooh. Okay. So,
Is it? Or is it 15? Oh no, 10. Okay, there we go.
yeah,
10.
that was it, 10.
Nice.
So at this distance, it's very difficult to hit the 13 and 10. No one hits the boat. Yep. Do. So at the end of the match, Nemia is awarded 10 copper pieces.
Hey.
What are you doing?
I'm playing my game. You should be outside. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
That's the kid again. Why did you win 10 copper and not me?
Yeah, the kid. He's like, he gets all angry. He throws the bow down and storms away.
Can Lena come up and tell Nemia that was some pretty good shooting?
Well, I did
You-
take some classes from Petro. He's not the most reliable source in terms of like general fighting skills, but he was pretty good with the bow.
You want to do one more round? I'll
I didn't catch the end of it, or
Do you want to do one more round? Lena's offering because she'd like to go for one.
Oh, sure, let's go at it.
Lena has not found someone, found someone that you can
Worthy.
ride the horse for yet. So
Yeah, not yet. So she'll put in the 2 copper.
Is there any like nearby ale barrel?
there's people selling drinks all throughout.
Okay, I'll make a quick sprint and buy two pints for my friend here, Killian. And
Okay.
just
Yeah. Oh, let me pull up the list. I forget the price off the top of my head. Where is it? Silver Standard. Price for a couple pints. A mug is so you can spend most of your winnings. Actually,
Yeah.
you spend 8 copper pieces. You basically all your winnings go into buying drinks.
awesome. I'll take both pints, give them to him, and say 1 for each loss. Hopefully,
It's like a twitch on the face. He gives
Hey,
it-
Killian, you want to do one more round?
Want to make it 3?
He's over there testing out a short bow.
Fine. And he hands one of the ales over to Lena.
I'll have this after I wipe the floor with you.
Okay.
Because
everyone's
I've
able to-
realized I have a light crossbow set up on my sheet. Same range, same like attack, dexterity, etc.
Mhm.
So
Nice.
I can just click that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So you're able to get in on the next batch. Is Nemia participating again or?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Hey,
this-
Bastion.
Huh?
How do you feel with a bow?
Oh, not good.
Hmm.
I tried to shoot a bow once, and I somehow managed to shoot myself.
Yeah. That's a different kind of skill. All right.
It is, really. It's not one I hope to practice today. My apologies.
That's fine. Feel free to drum up whatever bets you want, though.
No, there's no clear underdog here. I think you both are pretty skilled.
Hmm.
Nemea's tricksy, and you're good with weapons. I know that much.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Okay.
it's
So-
out of game. I have a -1 dexterity. Don't make me don't make me use the bow.
That's still a +1 to do the roll. But yes, I see your point.
Okay, so they're able to quickly get the next match started. Everyone antes up their 2 copper.
Killian looks for a better bow than the one he had last time.
They're all at similar
He
shoddy.
looks for a better one.
You find one that you think this is probably the best one here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay. The announcer's like, all right. For the first target, ready and shoot.
17.
11.
That's regular, right?
Yes, regular.
Okay, then that's good.
So a solid thunk, thunk, thunk as the 3 of you all hit the center target
Oh,
for 5 points each.
Nemeia. Wow, look at
It's-
that.
It's 50 feet. Come on.
Telling you, she's tricksy.
Um,
Ah,
2 of the people that have joined you are seemingly better shots than the other people, but one of them, excuse me, one of them hits the center and the other hits the inner ring for 4 and 5 points.
okay. Disadvantage. Round 2.
All right, round 2, ready and shoot.
17 again.
Ooh. 12.
Oh, poor Killian.
Yeah. Okay.
Someday
So
at the fair,
17
guys.
yeah,
Hey,
Lena.
you've still got the eating competition you can go to.
Lena, solid hit in the middle. Killian got a 7.
Killian swears.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a whiff. Nemia got a 12. You hit the outer circle for 2 points. The person that hit the previous dead center also hits the outer circle. And the first person whiffs. Yeah. So, Lena's clearly leading, but right now Nemia is tied with some random stranger. All right, and then they get set up again. Third target and launch.
Ah, only a 9.
Oh.
Oh, Killian, though.
5.
Sorry, Killian whiffs. Lena
Hey.
whiffs.
Killian's got the Evander effect going on. Good lord.
What the hell is going on with the Nemia?
Nemia hits the target and gets inner ring. The first 2 people whiff. So now it is tied. Lena, Nemia, both with 10. Followed by Stranger at 7. And then Killian at 5. Now it's time for the boat.
Right.
Bigger target, farthest away. And
Ooh,
launch.
This one is.
17.
Oh, that's. Oh,
Oh! Are we tied?
I think.
I think we might.
Okay,
10.
so 10, that is a whiff at this distance. It's okay, the other 2 competitors.
Puts the bow down before anything's counted up. He takes the drink, he drinks it, and he walks off.
Yep, that's fair. Okay, so let's see. The boat. What is the boat? This is the boat. Okay.
How are you consistently rolling so high?
I don't know,
Little-
but. Oh,
He's
taking-
that's
Taking the
pretty
numbers
good.
from Killian.
Lena, you hit the target.
Mhm.
Nemia hits the outer. So there is a target on in the boat, but it's on this giant boat.
Okay.
Yeah. So you get the outer ring of this on this boat for 2 points. which puts Nemia ahead by 1 point. There's a small crowd that's kind of gathered, and you see some clapping as this has become a quite heated competition. But Nemia does wins once more.
Goddamn.
That was really close.
Yeah, super close. Cheers. It was a good contest.
Yeah. We beat Killian. Good enough. Speaking of, where did he wander off to?
He's gone.
Yep. I'm gonna go see a guy about a horse.
Yep.
Catch up later.
So, yeah. We'll go with Killian at the moment. So you've been wandering the Storm Hill, but one thing that has probably caught your eye the most is the kind of right at the edge of this, right here, right at the edge, there is actually a large building. It's this tower, very Greco-Roman design to it. And one side of it, you notice that it looks like it's, for lack of a better word, like a rock wall. It's this stone wall, but there's like rocks scattered all over that look like it could be climbed.
Hmm.
And you actually do see some people trying to like practice climb it. And then they don't get very high and they kind of drop back down and they're like not happy about it.
He's like kind of like breathes in, breathes out, kind of like just kind of like runs his hand through his hair. And is like, okay, pull the fuck together. And he's walking over there.
So yeah, you walk up and some of the people there, various races, sizes. You see a lot. There's skinnier people here. Climbing doesn't necessarily require brute strength, but so far the couple that have tried, the bigger, burlier ones have made it a little bit higher. Seems that there's some considerable strength involved in this. They see you approach, and they kind of like clear a spot for you to like see if you're gonna try to climb it.
Yep. And he just walks up. Is there like an organizer, like someone taking things or anything, or is it just kind of a wall there?
It's just kind of a wall there. Does Killian look a bit like lost? Is he trying to figure out what's going on?
No,
or...
he's kind of walking towards it with purpose. But
okay.
Like if there's no one like kind of like taking anything or whatever, he'll just look over and it's like just free to climb.
Like, there's just one of the other people that's been there is like, yeah, it's free to practice on.
He starts going.
Yeah, so you get good handholds. I'm assuming you lighten your load a little bit.
Yeah,
Put your stuff in a pile.
Yep. You know what? What's the day like today?
You need to let Skittles car do cookies out.
1 second, okay?
Sure.
Sorry, what was that?
What's the day like today?
Day? It's a nice sunny day.
All right, sun's out, guns out, shirts off.
There it is.
Okay. Wolf pelt is around the waist.
Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna take like 5 minutes, okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure thing.
Oh, I want to find a fortune teller here because that's fun in D&D.
I want to roll above a 10.
Yeah, that would be nice. Hey, you rolled above a 10 when you raged and did tug of war.
Yeah, and then you rolled a 20.
2 20s.
You're right, Lena. When I had advantage, I did roll okay when it didn't matter.
Oh, man.
Be right back.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, looking at that, we have the same modifier to athletics, so you
Yep.
would have had to roll a 20 to tie.
I would have had to, and I had double the chance to, but
Yeah. You know, the rage athletics advantage was absolutely what she was referring to when she said no tricks, but she probably thought it came from the pelt because that's where your other tricks come from.
It's not, but yeah. No, he just gets pissed. Like,
Yep, it's fine.
that's gonna be a fun thing for like to kind of like, I don't know. She could ask about it at some point. Just like, no, I just get angry.
Yep. Right, anger issues. Got it.
Are you just figuring that out?
You know, I honestly thought I had a better chance with that shooting competition. But
Yeah.
oh boy, those rolls.
Yeah.
Wow.
Rolls are deciding things.
Yeah.
Just looking at like the bottom of the screen, like we have the colors of. I always forget they're called like they're called Smarties in the States. I think the little like chalk powder pellets.
Yeah.
It just
Conrad's
looks like a
color
thing
is
of those.
Conrad's color is a little bit strong for it.
A little bit, but yeah. Yes, in Conrad, I know they're rockets here, but they're called something else in the States.
Yeah, Smarties is the term for them. Yeah. Though I think yours is also a little too gray for those. Those tend to be either more white or like really pale yellow or.
Oh, there's some. Yeah, I guess.
Mm,
I don't know. It's got that. It's a chalky white, not the glowing bright white.
no, ours are fairly bright, I think.
Yeah, ours have that like really like pastelness, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, they're pastel all over, but you know, I'm pretty sure there are white ones. I'm pretty sure there isn't like a gray white one.
Well, yeah, it's at least from what I know, like the ones we have, they're like not as white as chalk. They're close, but not quite
Mm.
like actual white like chalkboard chalk.
Hmm.
All right, I am back.
Hello.
All
I
right.
don't know if Nick's back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there he is.
Got Craig, so can speak.
Okay. All right. Killian's climbing.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you have a normal climb speed.
Climbing doesn't cost him extra movement, so that's
Yep.
30 feet around.
Yeah. So you make quick work getting 30 feet up. Judging from how far up the tower you get, you think it's about 150 feet, more or less. You see people down below are like, "Whoa, you should compete."
At a point, you just like, is there like any sort of like ledge or anything at the top?
There, that you gather that that's the goal, is to climb all the way to the top.
Hmm.
But none of the people you saw that were practicing went up more than maybe 50 feet.
Yeah, he'll pull himself up to the top and just kind of take a sit there.
Okay. You'll have to make an athletics check at 50 feet,
Oh, sure.
and then another at 100, as the tower actually kind of caves outward a little bit.
Fun.
Yeah.
All right. Athletics. 12.
12. Where are we? 12. 12 is fine. Yes. Okay. So you have to struggle as you kind of climb backwards, as you're kind of supporting all of your weight from gravity, and you get back up onto the main portion, and you're able to continue your way up, and then you reach about 100 feet where it goes outward once more.
All right. One more athletics.
Mhm.
15.
15. Where is it? There we go. Okay, there it is. Yeah, so 15 just makes it, as you're able to worm your way over the side of it. And, you can climb the rest of the 30 feet. On top of the tower, you pull yourself up and you look around, and it's kind of like this little this little special alcove for people climbing up here, as you actually see a list of names of people who have made this climb all the way up, and it is not a very large list actually. You see about maybe 23 names, give or take 20 some names on there.
And they're like carved in?
Yes.
He'll just kind of like stop for a second and go, this will probably make him cry, and take out the knife. And the blade on the stone.
Yep. It's the blade is definitely fairly dull afterwards, but you're able to kind of carve your name in.
Yeah. That was a heartfelt gift. And this is a heartfelt fuck you.
Oh no.
Can't attack the body, attack the soul.
Yeah, this is why Nessa's advice was just doomed to failure.
Yeah, so you sit down on the ledge and look out, and down below you see a couple figures walking up to the base, and they look important. As one of them, they're very hard to look at. As they're all covered in, and everyone instantly makes way for them as they make their way up. And you see the one in the center kind of look up at you. You kind of vaguely make eye contact.
He like gives a little half-hearted wave.
The important guy at the bottom, like does the same, but it's more like kind of like this half salute, half wave. And you see him begin to take off his arm. His arm. He's taking off his armor, as he's not going to try and climb this with armor.
Just kind of sit there, fucking stretch, try to goddamn meditate after the fucking multi-headed dick hydra of a day he's have right now.
Not
You know,
even
after
noon.
After some time, you see that the guy has stripped of his armor. He is also suns out, guns out. And you see him kind of rub his hands together, and he starts going at the wall. And he's at probably about the same speed you think you were going. And you see him slowly but surely making his way up. He doesn't seem to falter at any of the particular challenges. And you see him approach as he gets closer to the top, and he pulls himself over the. You see, he's actually an old, but in excellent condition. Like, you can tell he's like super strong, like he's very defined, but he's getting to that point of an age where you can tell that he's starting to lose some of it. He looks super strong, and you can tell that he was even stronger at one point in his life.
That really still muscle, but very life.
Yeah. Well, he's very muscly. Like he's a big dude. He's
Okay.
He's comparable to you. He's just older, and you can see that he's losing a bit of the definition in
Alright.
everything. But yeah, he makes his way to the top. He's got this cool. Hold on, not describe him incorrectly.
And he's human?
Yeah, it's this human guy, kind of mostly like this dark grayish hair. He's got this cool like mustache that goes into the sideburns type deal. You see him take a seat and kind of gathering his breath and say, "Yeah, not many make it up here.
Good climbing, old timer.
Congrats." Yeah, not my first. My name's already up there.
And he glances over, and it's like, how far back?
Well, maybe 30 years ago.
What's your name? I want to see how many are after you.
He says his name is Kuhn Praxis. And that immediately sets off alarm bells in your head.
I was gonna say. Why does this set off alarm bells?
This is
Grand
Grand General Kuhn Praxis, military for
Military
has a seat
4.
on the council.
Oh,
And there's like a freeze.
Oh.
This is the general of the army. The general. There is no one above him.
He's just
no
like
wonder he can lift himself so easily. Look at that armor.
Killing goes. Oh. Oh.
You see him chuckle a bit as you go through this stage of revelation.
He kind of like turns around and sits down. It's like, just spending some time having some fun then. No other duties.
He offers out a hand, and you are as you see him look over.
There's like a goes, Killian, and he just shakes the hand.
Eurus.
He's like,
I know that.
That's what I was worried about. And he just plops down.
Your uncle's.
Look, I would have tried to lie about it if my name wasn't 5 feet over there.
Don't be ashamed of it, boy.
Just, I'm not ashamed. Just, don't worry about it. Yeah, you're right. He just guess it's. No, he's a good man.
Are you gonna be joining or the upcoming session?
I potentially.
Taking
wasn't-
over family business?
He kind of like shakes his head. It's like I wasn't directly invited, but I have, I guess, actual business. Not, you know, invited because family type.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you're gonna find about it eventually. Shit going on with the Ash Gang.
Ah, yes, an accord.
Yeah,
see.
I was there at the time, so.
Okay. Getting in trouble. That sounds like
I'm sorry, that sounds like.
Wolf.
He just chuckles. He's like, "Yep, yeah,
It's like, well, okay.
So you're making your way there from
Easy.
over here? Oh, sorry.
I'm personally heading there, but
Couldn't
to ease
resist
your
the stop.
concern, I tend to make my way down here. People like the celebration up in New Haven better, but I prefer the quieter one.
Nuts.
Although it's grown quite large. But to ease your concerns, we did dispatch a lot of forces to make their way down there. They should have the situation under before the end of the day.
Right. Yeah, just more about what it means as a whole, I guess. I don't know. That's.
Yeah, it's a strange.
I mean, I'm not gonna say no more heads to crack. I certainly owe them some. But
I'm sure there are plenty of Ash looking out there.
it's the trouble for people who aren't looking for a fight that I'm worried about. Guess you could say.
Yes. So, what's your deal? You're obviously well equipped for battle. And there's a long line of military and government service.
I'm a bit choppy.
I don't
Is
think
anyone
I've-
else a bit
I thought-
choppy?
Yeah, no, I'm hearing a lot of chop from Eric.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's choppy.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Just want to make sure I wasn't the only one.
I think I've seen you one time when you were, and he holds about yay high, and I haven't seen you since.
You think that one up yourself? I've heard that from plenty. Um, I I'm not the most involved in that stuff, so. And honestly, I guess it shows I haven't seen you since then either. I didn't really recognize you, though the mustache has now made an impression.
Yeah, he's pretty much worn this way his whole.
Since he was a wee baby.
Um, does Killian know like where this guy's from, like where he hails from, kind of thing?
Um, he. s- I don't believe he would. Uh, I mean, does Killian pay attention to that?
He'd pay attention to like families and stuff like that. Again, heritage kind of things, but not.
Okay.
He's not super aware of like council stuff or anything.
Yeah. He's not. Praxis is not a noble family, and as far as you know, he's not from at least originally
Not from the what?
the region, the Union. He's not from the
Mhm.
Union originally. The g- general, like everyone knows, knowledge. Uh, he was about 13, 14 when the calamity happened, and he picked up a sword, joined in the fight at such an early age, and has kind of pursued military greatness ever since. So he is old.
Yep.
Puts him about 65, 66, somewhere in there. But he is in excellent shape for his age.
Hmm. I mean, Christ, when you've got like unyielding like chutzpah.
Hmm.
Started at 13, hasn't stopped since.
Yeah.
It's all in the mustache. No, it's a magical artifact, actually. He just looks out and just, not sure I'm aware. Where'd you hail from? Where's your family?
Well, I don't really have much in the way of parents died in all the crazy events of the past.
He nods.
I'm actually overseas. I grew up in this little port city and we fled after
Port city of what?
Tier.
Quick type in the chat, maybe.
Yeah, there's a lot of static and breaking. Tearport.
Just like,
We once events were starting, and they caught up with us when we landed. Unfortunately, but yeah, that's time from another age, I guess. Or tale from.
good to know your roots, though. And
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna be getting reacquainted with those on various seatings. Then, good to know things.
Yep, you'll. Things might be a bit different than you remember from when you were little.
Yeah, any
Just-
reshuffling in say like the last year or two?
I mean, Lady is new. Other than that same.
He just kind of nods. Well, he gets up and stretches. I'm probably going to be hanging around here a bit, but I do intend to head back, and I think I've got specific request from lady's name.
Cec-
Cecilia. Yep. He's like, I've got specific requests from Cecilia, so I guess I should be on time.
Well, if you're hanging out here, we do have a kind of lords and ladies tent in the center, if you will, if you'd like to stop by. Otherwise, I guess I will catch you at the council meeting in a couple. And if you don't mind, I'm gonna sit up here a bit longer. I always sitting out watching the sea.
Yeah, by the time I came up here, it certainly helped calm me down too. And I'll consider the tent, but I guess I'll see who's there first.
It's a pish posh, lesser lords and ladies. I'd avoid it if
He nods, is like, all right, maybe I can go spook some of them. And he just hops down. Good talking to you.
I certainly do.
And he descends back.
Climb back down, put your gear on, and disperse in the crowd.
Hey, if the general came there with a couple other guys, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he'll just like come down and just like he's gonna be up there a bit longer.
Oh. Okay. You get a vague okay from them.
Yep. He gives this like almost like joking like salute and walks off.
They are not amused. Lena,
Mhm.
you've been making the rounds to most of the horse, and you have found that most of them have riders and have had riders long lined up for them. It's a good way to show off stock and kind of get some good sales and business going if you is the one that wins.
Yeah,
But
makes-
you are to find one person that is trying to enter into the race but is not a kid, or at least that's what she says. As you actually bump into Nora again,
Nora, which one was
It's-
Nora?
the horse keeper for the
Ah, okay, interesting.
yeah.
Alright.
So, hello again.
Hey.
So,
Are you trying to get into the race?
I'm trying to get my horse into the race, but I don't think I'll make a good rider for it.
Well, I'm looking for a horse to potentially enter, so
Then, and please, but it would.
just to warn you,
and on-
I'm not an expert. I'm doing this mostly for the thrill and enjoyment, but I'm not bad.
That's better than I could do. It's more than I could ask for.
All right then. So,
It's like, and
tell me about this one. Let's hear how this one would do, and just start to go over the horse and figure out how to handle it and everything. before
yep,
the race.
you get acquainted with the horse.
What's
It is
the
an easy
horse's
task
name?
for you.
Butterscotch
Coffee cake.
The horse's name is
is what?
Cherry.
Cherry.
Is it red?
Okay,
It is a shade of red.
you keep breaking up. Just that.
Yes.
Okay.
And yes, the horse is a lighter shade of red than you expect on a horse, but not crazy out. So you can see where the name came from. Oh,
Okay.
did we lose someone?
No, we're all here.
That
Yeah.
was a
Actually,
Okay.
I might be right back. Actually, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get acquainted with the horse. You get fitted properly for this. You do like a quick walk around, just to build up some trust with them. And to you almost immediately. And she to go get entry and all that sorted out.
Okay.
Yep. So she returns. Yeah. Very calm, which is look at. But you can see she's ready. She is ready to bolt. She wants to move, and she wants to race. You almost get that feeling from her.
She just leans forward and, yeah, me too. Pats her on the neck. All right. Let's,
Okay.
once we get out there, we're gonna fly. Maybe not literally, but another pat pat.
Yep. So after some time, Nora comes back and is, all right. I got us into one of the legs, one of the races. We're not in any prize matches, but that should be fine. You'll be racing with 3 and it is close this. It's basically around the wide green as well, but it is just one, and it is how quickly you can maneuver the horse. So the way this is going to work is it is actually going to be a series of animal handling checks.
All right. Do I get to add a proficiency bonus because of the land vehicles or no? Because it's specifically a horse?
So did we ever decide if she had connection with horses or
not specifically. It's not any kind of subclass feature or anything that
Okay.
was decided on. However, there is sort of like subtext and stuff especially with the land vehicles proficiency and
Mhm.
stuff. So she's good with them, but she
Yeah.
doesn't have proficiency in animal handling in general.
Yeah, I would say for this, yes, you would have.
All right, I'll pop it on for this, and then I'll take it back off afterwards.
Okay. So they will get everyone at the start of this race. What they do is they actually take all the horses and riders on just a quick walk around the course, so everyone knows where they're going, and just to kind of get acquainted with it. Then they line everyone back up at the start, and they get ready and announce, on your marks, and then they'll drop the flag to let everyone. And you can go ahead and give me an animal handling check.
All right. Oh nope, it's only a 9. I'm off to a bad start.
Yep.
Know my pain.
You.
Shush.
Couple of the riders take a lead, and you pull in tied for 4th out of these, or sorry, tied for 3rd out of this group of 4, neck and neck with one other person. And this lasts for a good stretch. And then as you round the corner, go ahead and give me another animal.
Okay. Holy.
Or ooh,
Know my pain.
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah, I think
you have some.
take it back. You've cursed me.
After those 2 20s,
have-
you can keep it.
You seem to not be bonding with the horse as well as you thought you were, as you fall into last place. You're not given how much distance is left, you feel you can probably try and push the horse. Maybe get second if you get a good handle on it, but you think first might be just outside. But you can go ahead and give me a last animal handling check as you round the final corner into the last.
Holy.
And
2 in a row.
For some reason, you go to push the horse a little harder, and the horse just bucks a little. Doesn't move that quickly as you come in solid last place.
All right.
Yep. Very disappointing last place, as the crowd is cheering for first, second, third. The crowd is still cheering as you ride through the finish line, but you can tell that the crowd has kind of moved on with the first and second place winner.
Oh yeah.
Nora comes up and says, "What is wrong with you, Cherry?" As she's clearly like thinking there's something wrong with the horse.
No, there was something that I think we weren't connecting well.
Well,
I could feel it. I sat wrong in the saddle halfway through and could not fix it.
Well, no matter. Thank you for running the race, though. It is very much appreciated.
Yeah. Well, glad I could at least give her a run.
And she says, "I'll probably see you back at the guild house."
Yeah.
And she kind of takes the horse and says, "Come on." And she very disappointing horse.
Oh well. The dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
Yep. Bastion.
I feel better.
Yes. Even you always feel better when one of us gets miserable.
No, after the 2 20s in a row and then a 2 1s in a row, it's like, okay, it's balanced. It's balanced.
As all things should be.
You line up for the stone lifting competition, if I'm correct. You want to...
Yep.
Okay. You get into this group of
He would have put
Just-
a single silver bet on himself.
you actually you find like some of the strongest guys you can find there. Maybe they'll provide the best challenge for you, but you seem very confident in your because
Yeah.
you lifted that fifth one, no problem. So you get into this match with these two other guys. This strongest. So one is this human, really, but built like a lifter, less like a.
Got the callus bod.
Yeah. And then the last person is a half orc, and so you already think advantage definitely more muscly than your but they look like sizable competition, and they bring you up to kind of the top of this hill where they don't have 5 stones, they actually have 7s, and there's 2 stones there at the very top that are each bigger than the 5th stone that you previously.
Good, because I just did the math and I can carry a lot.
Yes, you can. So the first person starts. The other human will go, and you pick up the first one, the lift, and there's like a light chair, and he drops it. Goes to the next one, drops it, and he keeps going with little breaks in between. You see him going to the 5th one, and he has a moment where he's like, it looks like he's not sure if he's gonna, and like he's like almost got it there, and he drops it before he's able to fully, so he's not able to lift the. Do you go before the half work, or do you let him go first?
I'm gonna let everyone else go first just to see what I'm
Okay.
competing against.
There's a moment where both of you are like, "Do you want to go?" And the half orc's like, "Oh, fine, I'll go." So once again, the crowd gets a little amped up as he lifts the first one, drops it back in place. He gets to the 5th one, and you see him. He has that brief moment where he hesitates again, but then he's able to heft it up, and then he drops it, and then he stands to the side as if to challenge you. You do that.
Yeah, he'll lift all the way up to the 5th without much issue at all.
Yep. So the crowd builds as you match, and the last one you were able to just pick it straight up. You don't have that moment, and the crowd that has gathered is just like, yeah, and everyone's cheering, and you drop the fifth one, and the half orc's like, he looks genuinely and the guy that's kind of curating the event is like, okay, and now on to the bigger stones.
Bastion will
There's
kind of
another cheer from the crowd.
Bastion will walk up to him, kind of go to shake his hand, like, good luck.
Yep, there's a very, very firm, manly handshake happens.
I finally get to be a part of these.
Who will go first for the next stone?
Bastion will let him go first again.
Okay. He goes up to the next line. This is about 207 or 456 pounds.
That's still less than before I had the giant strength weight.
Yep. So you see this half orc go to pick it up, and he's like, you see him like getting good footing, desperately trying to lift this stone up, and you see him with a big heft. He lifts it all the way up, and there's a that erupts from the crowd around you. And he drops it down, and he's like all psyched up and amped. He's like, ah!
Bastion will very calmly nod to him, walk over to it, squat, and just lift comfortably.
And you'll see this look of disbelief as the crowd the crowd falls silent for a second and erupts into an even larger.
Can you try to lift it above his head?
Yeah, sure. Once you've got a good, square on your shoulder, you lift it up all the way. The crowd just goes wild.
He'll place it gently on the ground and just enter the final step.
You see the half-orc kind of shaking out, like mentally preparing, as the guy announcing it says, and now for the last stone, and he announces it at 227 kilograms or 501 pounds. And the half-orc's like,
Oh, so
you
please.
got this. And he goes to lift it up, and he's trying to get a grip on it, and you see it like it comes a couple inches off, and he drops it again, and he's like re-squares his feet, tries to lift it, and he's not able to get it up, and he's like defeated, and he's like, bah. And he kind of walks off. There's some like respective clappings as that's a lot of weight.
Bastion will clap with him too, kind of like encourage the crowd to keep going for him.
Yep, and that happens. Yep.
Can I just note that Bastion has had his armor on this whole time?
And then the curator's like, and for the challenge, he motions for you to take your shot.
He'll nod and thanks and just squat, lift.
Yep, squat, lift. No, you lift it up, hoist it up, and like the crowd is almost in disbelief, and they go wild, cheers and clapping, and yeah, everyone is super excited that you're able to lift this with ease.
Is there anything else that could be potentially heavier around?
I mean, you could do
No,
two
I
at
don't
once.
Oh shit,
Ooh.
right. So hold on, you said the last one was 490 and this one is 501?
So 456 and 500.
Sorry, what was that, 400 again?
456.
Oh, that's perfect. I can lift both together without an issue. My carry limit is 960.
Oh.
I mean, it'd still be a check to like
Yeah.
get them together, right? That's
Oh,
like,
yeah, probably.
I mean, they're within his carrying weight, but yeah.
He
so,
does also have his armor on, though. So, now that's just encumbrance, though. That's not
yeah. So
limit.
you'll give me an athletics check. Is it within your weight or within your lifting range? Barely.
Oh, wrong one.
it's Arcana.
If that was athletics, yeah, sorry, if that was athletics, it'd be at 24.
Oh, gee.
But I can roll again if you'd like.
No, I'll take the number. That's fine. You get the other stuff, and everyone's like, "What?" And even the announcer's like, "What is going on?" And you lift both of them up, and everyone just freaks out as like even larger crowd is gathered, and there's like hollers, and everyone's just blown away that you could even do this at all.
He just like sets them down, kind of takes like the exhale, and just goes up to the Orc goes to shake his hand like, no hard feelings, I hope.
He doesn't.
I've always been a strong kid.
He can't. The half orc can't even gather anything, and he just blankly shakes your hand like, "What just happened?"
Kind of pat him on the shoulder and go to collect his winnings.
Yeah. So like the other events, it was just a few copper. So you win 6 copper pieces. Nothing fantastic, but
Alright.
yeah.
And he's also he also is just because he's on the kind of the euphoria gonna walk over to the tug of war if it's not finished already.
Yeah, you can easily sweep the floor with it.
Okay, cool.
Let's be
Good to
real
know.
here. Yeah, any of the people that you see there straggling, you could sweep them.
I like to imagine at one point he just like cracks the rope like a whip.
Okay. Yeah. All right. All this has been going on. It's been a few hours now. You've done some sporting events, competitions. Then you guys have all kind of reconvened at some point as you prepare for lunch. I mean, it's still a little ways off, but you're kind of together waiting for that event as you see that there's a large crowd has gathered, and a lot of them don't look like they're professional eaters or anything. It looks like there's families there, and like all sorts of different people, and it looks like there's a really small entrance, and so a lot of people are participating. It looks like just to eat, as the foods that they're making somewhat more for noble blood, as it's not common. Some of these people might have some these fancy meats a year, if honestly.
Killian's gonna go sign up.
Yep, no, I'm sure everyone's signed up. It's a very small entrance fee. It's basically lunch with a competition involved. As you're in the crowd, Nemia, you hear someone sing a song. It's a very familiar song that you have many times. It's just, kind of, it's a very crowd gathering, jaunty song that kind of gathers and is looking to gather coin from people. As you see a few familiar faces kind of walking through, you see this furbolg, this male furbolg, kind of trying to gather people's attention. As there's this lady, human female, juggling, and following that is this tabaxi with these 2 swords that is like slicing apples out of the air as the lady's juggling. And you recognize these. And they are. Oh, where are they? Here we go. So first you have Noro, who's the furbolg leading them. You have oops. Alanis, who's the one juggling the apple. You have come on. Othrin, who's the tabaxi, and then following up behind them, not seen to most people, but seen to you, Nemia, as you participated in this stunt, is Zare, human man, making his way through the crowd and ridding people of their loose objects. And these are all members of Starlight.
Sorry?
The
You're
Starlight
cutting off
Troop.
pretty- Okay, the Starlight Troop. How would you describe my connection to them in terms of positive, negative?
The Starlight Troop is a family. You may not know them well, but they're your family. Like they're like your extended. That's how you treat them.
Okay, then I'll follow Sir around and try to pickpocket him.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Give me a stealth and a sleight of hand.
What's your stealth? Awful,
no, give me
but my sleight of hand is awful as well.
So you try and be as sneaky as you can, following in Zare's footsteps through the, and you're able to get right behind him. And as you're trying to pick off one of the items that he's picked up, he reaches his hand back, pulls out a dagger to your throat, and he's like, "Name me a big ol' hug."
Oh, come on, won't you take a joke?
Yeah, no, he immediately puts away and is very excited to see you. Says, "Come, you must perform with us."
Oh,
It's been a great crowd.
was gonna ask how you were doing, but if you're picking the pockets of the audience, I guess you're pretty well.
Almost. Yep. I am being summoned. I'm gonna have to call it for.
Okay, yeah, so
Yep. So we'll pick up next time with these guys.
Pick up
These
with the
fun.
pocket.
Okay.
awesome.
All right, guys. Any questions, comments, concerns in the chat?
All right. Later.
Awesome. Later.
Bye.
Bye.
See you, kid.
Okay, go for it.
All right, and the recording.